Welcome back to another episode of Witticism. I am Graham.
And I'm Mary, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe.
It's a dark day when you hit the 8th grade, not because you're getting that much closer to adulthood, but that you can't trick or treat anymore. You never get to experience the life's greatest wonders when you get older, like slutty cats, or slutty police officers, or slutty firemen with six-packs. Let's not forget that you get to spend a couple months in jail and pay a hefty fine if you get caught. So don't.
Leo, the son of Jackie and Ben, decided it would be a great idea to shred $1,000 cash that his parents had saved up over the year. How old was this kid to think shredding $1,000 was a good idea? And more importantly, don't these people know Plan B is only like 50 bucks?
Indian Airport's police have been told to cut down the smiling to passengers. The Central Industrial Security Force director said that we cannot be over-friendly with the passengers because of one of the reasons cited as to why 9/11 happened was because of excessive reliance on passenger-friendly features. I'm just wondering though, when were the police ever friendly? They always seem to hate their lives anyway while they were finger-banging my butt searching for drugs that I don't have. So how much more do they really have to change?
Halloween is my favorite holiday. The weather, horror movies, pumpkin spice lattes, and using haunted houses as a scapegoat for killing your friend. Oh yeah, a woman in Idaho used a knife she claimed was a prop to stab her friend, saying she didn't know it was real. She recently sold it with the line, "Wow, it even comes with the blood packet."
$100,000 and 81,000 bids later, a man put his used wife for sale on eBay. Unfortunately for him, eBay took it down, saying the post was immoral and inhumane. On a completely unrelated note, does anyone know where you can do this? This whole college thing isn't really working out for me.
On the side of a road in Ohio, there lies a memorial to Mandy, the sex doll that was discovered by emergency response after someone mistook the naked doll for a body. Let it be known that in Ohio, respect is given to all the disgraced and departed, whether they be made of flesh or plastic. Rest in peace, Mandy. You're in a better place now. He can't hurt you anymore.
People say that weed is a gateway drug, which can lead to cocaine and meth, among other things. Turns out, drugs can also be a gateway to the other side, allowing you to see ghosts and interact with them in thin veil between life and death. As a man called the police and claims he was attacked by spirits in his home. Once the police arrived, they discovered meth on both him and throughout his house, to which he stated it was planted there by the ghosts. Going to show that if you break up with a ghost, I'm sure they'll have some way to find various drugs to get back at you.
A court in India gave 3 doctors a $5,000 fine for illegible handwriting on prescriptions. Well, that explains why my pen pal was given Viagra for her ear infection.
It's cuffing season, so we're all looking for some love. Sometimes it comes from the most romantic ways, with one story involving a young man who was found on the side of the road giving CPR to a victim he hit with his car, which turned out to be a squirrel. He successfully brought the squirrel back to its life, and now it's currently gathering nuts for the winter, while he's posting nauseatingly cute pics on their Instagram.
This just in, no one is safe from white people anymore. Not even animals. The one love that unites us all. A family on vacation encountered some whales swimming under their boat. While most of them were in awe, one woman was so scared they took the boat over, so she did the only thing that made sense at the time. Call the police. I'm not sure what she expected them to do about some 66,000-pound creatures, or why the family was so scared of the boat tipping over. I guess none of them knew how to swim. Kind of a problematic vacation. But this species profiling needs to stop. Humpback whales are not dangerous. Just because they're big and you saw that SeaWorld documentary doesn't mean you can go around policing the ocean like you're King Triton. Mind your own whale business. Hashtag whale lives matter.
There's nothing quite like the cutthroat world of homecoming court. Young girls would do anything for that sort of attention, which is why a Michigan cheerleader started handing out pot brownies for her campaign. The school has been investigating because it's both irresponsible and illegal. But you definitely have my vote, Megan. Thanks for the brownie.
It's not Little Caesars, it's DiGiorno! exclaimed the rightfully upset company head of DiGiorno's frozen pizzas in a recent interview about Little Caesars delivering their previously thought to be undeliverable pizza. I will personally see to it that this thievery is looked into by the authorities, he said, before bowing his head in shame, knowing deep down he was now a part of the problem that he once sought to fix.
It's not that often that the internet can agree on anything, but apparently everyone decided that a certain woman was not worthy of her own Wikipedia article, even though she won the Nobel Prize. When the committee that awarded her the prize was asked to speak on the subject, the committee head decided, "It's a very complicated issue. The Nobel Prize is a prestigious award and all, but it's not like anyone can have a Wikipedia page. It's not like you can just sign up and post whatever you want." Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Floating Head.
And I'm the hash-slinging slasher. You stay spooky, Indiana. Woo.
Hey guys, I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
Hi, I'm Haley.
And you're watching Witticism.
You're watching Witticism.
And you're watching Witticism. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Tyrone.
So Tyrone, how are you doing on this lovely day?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
You
Thank
looking
you.
excellent.
You know, because when you look good,
You feel good.
and you do good.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So Tyrone, there's this question I wanted to ask you. Have you heard of this TV show that's on IUP-TV?
I did hear of a very interesting TV show lately. One of the segments that I liked was Creative Corner.
Oh, right, me too. And don't they like recognize students that have a lot of creativity and talent?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I
What's
like
the name of
them.
that show?
Hawk Talk.
Right.
Ah!
See, you said that rung some bells.
Yes, okay, speak some volume.
Turn all the way up.
Right. So for you guys that don't know about Hawk Talk, we cover a lot of things that go on around campus.
Right.
Okay, we have segments such as Hawk Hour,
Creative Corner.
Hawk News,
And Tea with Tyrone.
and plenty more
So make sure you tune in.
on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. See you then.
I fell in love with the campus, with the people, with my IUP life. See it for yourself. Visit us. Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
Welcome back to another episode of Reality Check. I'm your host, Kane, and this week we're getting spooky with it. From costumes, candy, parties, parades, haunted houses, Halloween isn't only limited to October 31st anymore. I'm here to let you know how you can have the best Halloween possible. And like anything good in your life, you need to start thinking about Halloween about 4 to 6 months before the actual date. I personally recommend April 25th. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. Thinking about your costumes and plans ahead of time allows you to rule out all those awful ideas you have way before the actual day of Halloween, allowing you to create and build on a couple solid ideas while also letting your bank account hopefully grow. I say that in hopes because you won't actually save money, and I hope you don't end up with a $3 costume from the Dollar Tree. But I've created some solid ideas that I've had personally and believe with a month or so of work, you could rock them too. First, a loaf of bread. Nicki Minaj's shoe that hit Cardi B. Crazy Steve from Drake and Josh. The Burn Book. Kim and Ray J's cameraman. The ghost of Joan Rivers. And a contact lens. These are some of the most unique costume ideas you'll ever find. So if any of you pick one of these great ideas, please tweet me a picture of your costume with the hashtag #KaneChecksMe to let me know that you've been reality checked. Now that we've got our costumes figured out, we need to figure out what our plans are gonna be. Are you going to a parade, a party, the bar? Well, actually it doesn't matter at all, because if you look spooky AF and it's Halloween season, all you have to do is cherish the weekend before, the weekend after, drink a lot, preferably from a cauldron and or a pumpkin. Oh, and make sure to Uber your broomstick home at night. I hope everyone has a great Halloween and only gets verbal warnings, no arrests. I'm Kane, and this has been your Reality Check.
I think the true MVP of this team has been Kayshawn Carter. He is second in kick return average. He already had a touchdown this season, and he's really been the unsung hero for this team. He puts the offense in a great position. He gets them to just about the 40-yard line every single kickoff return.
You know, it takes a lot for me to do this as a Michigan fan, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say that I'm probably going to put Ohio State at the top of the Big Ten. Second to them, probably going to put Penn State. They've been able to find their groove without Saquon.
Throwing Gritty, that dude.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Yeah, that guy. So to paint a picture for everybody, Gritty is their new mascot. Looks absolutely atrocious. And rather than putting a graphic
That's an understatement.
Oh my God. He looks like the animal from the Muppets.
I think they do have a chance of contention if they beat Georgia. Because when you look at the rest of their schedule, very easy. Not a single top 25 team on there the rest of the way.
My answer would have to be a pro deck hockey player because those guys are real sick.
It's hard to explain. It just became home. There are hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes and faculty that really get to know you. Amazing internships and everywhere, programs that help to find a job that is right for you. It's what IUP is about, a commitment to your success. See it for yourself. Visit us, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
Oh, what's up, new guy? Welcome to Press Start. This is this video where we edit differently. We like to have fun here. It's a show about video games. We like playing video games. We like talking about video games. We get news about video games. Other things too. We like to have people in front of the camera though to give their opinion. So everybody's a part of Press Start.
Oh, hey, new guy. You're gonna need this. You're up. Let's get that. All right. Good to go.
All right, everybody quiet.
Welcome back to Witticism's Word of the Day, your primary source for today's most important words. Today's word of the day is candy corn. Noun, a Halloween candy that has created one of the greatest divides of our nation. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back to the History Channel, which has nothing to do with history anymore. This week on Paranormal Hour, we're looking at a fortune teller who performs emergency exorcisms at outrageous prices.
Outrageous? I think they're quite reasonable.
You would. Now join us with Madame Fortuitous Exorcism ER.
All right, so here we have our first patient. This patient was taken over by a spirit after procrastinating for her midterms and then collapsing from exhaustion.
Square root of pressure. That was low blood pressure.
Yeah, see, all the studies have been mashed into her brain. That's what happens when you try to cram it all in at the last minute. So, spirits, look down kindly on this poor troubled youth who let the pressure get the best of her and succumbed to the sickness that plagues campuses. I light this textbook on fire, and the dust will free her.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now do yourself a favor and go visit the therapy dogs. They're always a surefire cure for midterms.
It's a good idea. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, right, $2,000.
2,000? Well, it's still less than a semester's cost here at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, so sounds fair.
Don't worry, we can set up a play plan. I'm with the times. All right, who have we here?
Well, my husband tried to follow a Guy Fieri recipe, but his chili cheese sour cream came alive and it attacked him.
Oh dear, that man should really be removed from the cooking channel. This is the third Fieri-related victim I've seen. Well, I know what to do. Oh, spirit of Julia Child, I call on you to remove the culinary abomination that resides in this man's colon. Burn out the evil!
Sweetheart! Oh my God, you're alive!
Oh my God. I'm never cooking ever again. I'll leave that to you, sweetie.
Oh, that's so happy for you. That'll be $3,000, by the way.
$3,000? That's ridiculous.
Well, would you like to pay in installments? Or I could just put the sour cream back into his body.
Ugh, well, pay installments.
That's not Julia Child's skull, is it?
Okay, now, who have we here?
Horses are a socialist conspiracy to ruin the automobile industry. Obama's spying on our cats.
Oh dear, this person watched too much Alex Jones. It says for 3 months straight.
The moon is a lie. School is poisoning our children to have salsa dancing terrorists.
Okay, well, at least this one is easily fixable. Listen, I know the world's gotten kind of scary and some things are different now. But it's okay. We're okay. You're okay. The world's not such a bad place. It's all going to be all right. What do you say?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Good there. There, child. That'll be 10 grand.
10 grand? You didn't even use anything. You just talked to her.
Well, she didn't go to a therapist. She came to me, so... Besides, these candles are what's keeping all these demons that are floating around here from attacking us. Look, I'll show you. I'll let them out. See? You need me. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have a demon in you, or someone you know does, please call this number and plan an exorcism with me. First appointments are 10% off.
Success. We see it every day. Choose from hundreds of majors and programs.
Learn from faculty truly committed to you and your success today and tomorrow. And join 120,000 alumni in thousands of careers all over the world, ready to help you find your way. I'm IUP President Mike Driscoll, and I invite you to apply now and find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Frickin' bats. I love Halloween.
My first Halloween costume that I can remember, I remember I was a cat when I was like 3, but the first Halloween costume ever, my mom dressed me up as a pumpkin.
I was probably a pumpkin. No, I definitely was a pumpkin.
I was a pumpkin.
I was dressed up as a pumpkin.
My first Halloween costume was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Hello. My first Halloween costume probably have to be a ladybug.
The first Halloween costume was technically a lion, if I remember correctly, but the first one I remember was I was Harry Potter in like the Quidditch getup, but it wasn't really a costume because I just kind of wore it every day for a year, so it was just kind of an inevitability.
I know there's definitely a picture somewhere of me as like a baby wearing a duck costume and just crying hysterically, but I don't remember that. I think the first costume I remember is probably a cheerleader, which is really ironic because when I was in 4th grade, I tried to be a cheerleader and I had to quit because I'm really bad at being enthusiastic.
What is my first Halloween costume that I remember? Well, my mom called me and my sister her ladybugs. She still does, so the ladybug was the first costume that I remember, but of course I was the cutest ladybug.
Okay, so the first Halloween costume that I personally remember dressing up as was my first year in preschool, because I was there 2 years, because I'm smart. But the first year that I was there, we were doing our annual Halloween parade, and I told my mom that I wanted to be a butterfly because I wanted to fly away from all my problems. I don't know what problems I had at 3 years old, but they've been following me.
My favorite Halloween costume was in kindergarten when I was Sabrina the Teenage Witch, because who wouldn't like that costume?
I think it was that pumpkin. I mean, I rocked it.
My favorite Halloween costume is probably when I went naked.
Was one year I dressed up as a girl from, what's that Disney movie? Brave.
As a child, I was the Powerpuff Girl Bubbles for 3 years in a row. By the 3rd year, the mask didn't really fit anymore, so my mom actually painted my face because my parents are theater people and they're like really good with makeup.
Being a zombie. I went to school as a zombie and that was a fun time.
Probably be the Harry Potter one or when I was a leprechaun because I'm that Irish.
My favorite Halloween costume would probably have to be one year I was Linus from Charlie Brown. So cute.
Honestly, I was Hermione Granger like 3 years in a row. It's just classic.
But my favorite Halloween costume, you think it might be this because it accentuates some of my best parts, but it's really not. My favorite one was back in 2015. I dressed up as Miley Cyrus when she went crackhead, and I had the bear on my back and the weed. I had everything. I mean, still got the weed, but.
What are you going to be this year? I honestly have no idea because I don't really know what I'm doing.
And this year, I am the hash-slinging slasher.
What am I going to be this year? I'm going to be Scott Pilgrim because it's just easy.
What I'm going to be this year is probably the Grinch because I love the Grinch. He's just so silly.
I'm going as Mia Thermopolis from The Princess Diaries, but like pre-transformation. I had it all planned out. I'm so ready. I just have to be my natural self. It's amazing.
Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna be this year. I have lots of options. I'm an options kind of boy. I I might be this. Well, I'm gonna be multiple things because I'm gonna go out multiple nights.
This, a skeleton, because I can be.
I didn't really plan to be anything this year, so I ended up being a kiwi. At least I'm not a watermelon.
I was supposed to do a matching costume, like a couple's costume, but RIP.
I said the perfect Valentine's Day for someone would be sitting at home masturbating.
Or sideswiped a guy, and because I wasn't looking, and I sideswiped him.
Were you on your phone?
No, I was not on my phone. I was not on my phone. I just wasn't looking.
I rear-ended someone in the parking lot at high school because I was trying to make a tweet.
If you're anything like me, you know, devastatingly handsome and a frequent premature ejaculator.
Spooky! You don't know math!
Do I like Halloween and dressing up? Yes, I do. I think it's a lot of fun. I like to go to parties and dress up and get drunk and be with my friends and just have a good time.
Yeah, no, I love Halloween. My family is like really big into Halloween. Like our house gets decked out. Like last year I didn't get to go out because my mom was working and like someone needed to set up the house. So I was designated to stay home and like spend the day getting it ready.
I love Halloween. I love decorating for Halloween. I love making costumes for Halloween. I love Halloween. Christmas is my favorite, but Halloween is up there. I love it.
I just like it because, you know, people get enthused or get excited to be something other than themselves. It gets people out of their bubble a little bit.
Of course I like dressing up for Halloween. It is a holiday filled with candy, decorations, permission to scare the shit out of people.
Of course I do. I'm American. Of course I like it.
I don't really like dressing up for Halloween because it kind of gets repetitive.
Do I like Halloween and dressing up? Honestly, it's like kind of like the best part of October. I constantly forget about other holidays in fall, and this is kind of one of the only ones I remember, and I kind of contribute that to the fact that I get to be anything I want, and so I can be me.
Heck yeah, I like Halloween and dressing up.
Do I like Halloween? Yeah, I do. I actually really enjoy like trying to put a costume together last minute. It's like this amazing challenge that I partake in every single year.
Halloween plans? Well, I'm gonna throw a birthday bash. I might see some of my friends, just have them come over, just chill, you know, something low-key. I'm not really a bars type of guy, but who knows?
Well, me and my pal Nosferatu might create some trouble down at the old Krusty Krab.
It's pretty much just gonna be me sitting at home like normal, crying myself to sleep. You know, the normal stuff.
All right. Oh, I'm going up to Case Western with my roommate because his girlfriend lives out there, and my buddy Matt. His name's Matt Patel, I just remembered, which is the Scott Pilgrim character, so this worked out very well.
Well, every year I go trick-or-treating. I even went last year, and this guy knew that I was a college student and wouldn't give me candy. It was really embarrassing.
Do I have any Halloween plans? Not for next weekend, not yet, at least. But this weekend, I'm going to see the movie Halloween and go to a haunted house and carve pumpkins.
I'm probably gonna go out, hang out with friends, you know, the normal college stuff people do when they're freshmen, have fun.
I have a couple friends coming up, and we're going to be doing some recreational activities that are definitely age appropriate in the eyes of the law.
Okay, do I have any Halloween plans? No. Do I plan on having Halloween plans? Probably not. I don't have friends. It's fine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I plan on going out multiple times because I have multiple costumes. So I have to be seen multiple times. It's a simple equation. Multiple costumes plus multiple nights equals multiple times seen. I learned that in algebra.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a mic check. One, please.
Okay.
I'm a stereotypical French person, but sailor works too. I didn't have the beret. I feel like I'm really missing something. Yeah?
Oh God.
I'm done.